At the beginning of 2016, I decided that I was going to make one video a month. And when all is said and done after the 31st, I've made over 100 videos in the year of 2016. I started the year taking time lapses. I created a weekly project called Time Lapse Tuesday. You will never be more aware of the clouds in the sky when taking time lapses on a day-to-day basis. All of this was inspired by Casey Neistat, so I sent him some Red Bull and he opened it on his vlog in front of millions. It made my day. I turned 21 in Austin with Luke and friends. I felt so loved that night. Took a black fan vacation to the lake with Sam and the rest of the brothers. Got to help the Oklahomies make it to Europe for the adventure of a lifetime with Red Bull Can You Make It? Those girls are awesome. Headed to Boston with Red Bull and met some incredible people and had an awesome time. It was really cold. Packed up my things and took a last-minute trip to Taos, New Mexico to surprise Peyton. I still haven't mastered skiing, but the company makes it a blast. Melissa gave me and Sam cornrows, and I made a short film about Beta and the cars that pass by. I didn't think it was possible for a sweatshirt to change my life, but Melanzana hoodies made 2016 extremely cozy and pretty stylish, I may add. Midway through April, I started vlogging Rossum, a weekly wrap-up of what I did that week. I learned a lot through this process, and it pushed me and taught me more about consistency. Saw M83 with Luke and Anna and met a cool guy named Baldy. Won't ever forget that guy. Melissa tried her first Dirty Curdy, and Hayden showed me a phone case that blew my mind. Hung out with James Franco, and he cheered on the Pokes.
Go Pokes.
Layla won bingo at College Bar, which was hands down one of the best nights of 2016. I made a video for Pi-Fi, and we all ate a lot of popsicles. Maggie graduated, so we went to Fayetteville to see Diplo, one of my biggest DJ inspirations. He played with Kevin Gates, and the kids at U of A sure know how to party. Saw the Rangers play and ate Genghis Grill with Anna. For the longest time, I told myself that one day I wanted to have Kings of Leon hair. I promised myself one day that I would do it, so I did. It didn't last long, but for about 24 hours, I felt like a total rock and roller. I cut the rest off and headed to camp. We ate at Hunan Village, ate some worms, but didn't eat worms at Hunan Village, and I led drone school for the media team. Jumped into a heated lake with my small group and dressed up in a crop top. Why ask why? The media team put their brains together to make a bomb waterfront and MCP intro video. Shout out to Dave for helping us on that one.
Little camper named Timmy tried to throw.
Campers arrived at camp and I became friends with Australia's very own Adam Cattell.
I'm back, baby.
Took him to Outback and he hated it. Took him to Panda Express and he fell in love. Also showed Adam a little thing called Chick-fil-A. He enjoyed that as well. Adam ordered a Melly and Murphy found a creepy baby doll in the creek. Ate dinner at Summer's house and that was one of the best nights of the whole entire summer. Went to Tahlequah with the Betas and Cooper for a beta rush event and I almost hit a small child racing down the slide. Discovered that Mason is the most cinematic human I know. Melissa got baptized. She loves Jesus and people real well. I'm super proud of her, and this was a very happy moment of the summer. Austin was stung by a wasp, and the pool finally opened. We went on a float trip in Tahlequah, and Lizzie had her first Red Bull. Gives you wings, right? That day was one of the top 3 of the summer for sure. Droned around Camp more and updated my Snapchat story, maybe a little too much. Adam became a Pokes fan and we celebrated America with fireworks and burgers. Ricky told me about her worst nightmare and how it almost came true. For the record, I would hate getting stuck in a freezer too. Shot 2 weddings in one weekend. Beautiful people who love Jesus a lot and encouragement to all. Went to Arkansas with the knee highs and climbed all over the place. This was a special week of camp. Getting to hang with LD staff is always fun. DJ'd a wedding for a friend who loves Usher, and Josh and Alicia helped me out. Jumped into a heated lake again, and this time it was really hot.
That was pretty nasty.
Learned that Chance crusts and cheese us and has tattoos to prove it. Allie was scared of the screamer, but she rode it anyway, like a true champion. She was on my Snapchat story, I think, every day this summer. We played with cardboard and tape, and Maggie got wet. I drove Adam and Eliza to Stillwater, and they loved it. Adam wants American football in Australia. Visited Schwach, Will, and Maggie for a brief second, and then headed to Nashville to see the Red Bull family. Visited with Grayson and caught up with him. I love that guy. We had a workout at 6 a.m., and we sweat a lot. Connor and HK got married in the mountains, and we raced on slides. Adam bought an NFL football, and Mason became a zoo freak. I left camp for the last time, which was sad, because that was my last summer there. Headed back to Stillwater for my senior year of college. Really fun. Layla got a dog named Moose, and he was small only for a little while. Jake bought a Melly, and I bought a Sony. Both game changers. Shot photos for a wedding in Denton with Allie. That was the first time I had taken photos at a wedding. DJ'd at a pool party, and Madison Watkins sang at the pool party. Ever. Went to Dallas to see Coldplay and Melissa got a car. She became a zoo freak as well. Made an impulse buy and bought a drone. It all happened so fast. Zero regrets on this one. Flew that thing all around Stillwater and created an Instagram account called Stillwater from the Sky. Taught people how to make egg ramen on the vlog. We celebrated Tom's birthday with Minions. He loves those things. Football season started and I caught up with Lydia in Kansas City for the Mad Decent block party. Saw Diplo for the second time and it was just as good as the first. Went to South Padre with the parents for their 25th anniversary. Dad gets real serious about the beach. Saw some familiar faces at the football game and finally spent a weekend in Stillwater. Almost crashed my drone into geese with Austin. Went to the career fair with roommates. No job yet, but at least we looked good. Luke came to Stillwater and Luke and Ross made a comeback on Instagram. Moose doubled in size and I DJ'd more parties. Rebecca and Kayla came to town for the UT game. We kicked their butts, but I think they still had fun. Saw Nystro for a brief second and watched Lightning with the bros. Then, we went to Austin, Texas for the weekend of a lifetime at Austin City Limits. Saw Major Lazer, Die Antwoord, Anderson .Paak, and even Matthew McConaughey. I love the city of Austin. Headed back to Stillwater to see Rhett on campus and then went to OKC with Jake to hear a speaker. Attended my first Hogs game with Luke and they won and so did we. Fayetteville was a total blast. Flew to LA and got to see some old friends and make some new ones. Droned over the pier in Santa Monica. That was definitely a highlight. Experienced America's Greatest Homecoming for the 4th time, and this time got to put on a little concert at Beta. Great people and great music. Huge thanks to Corey and Mike. Show week for Freshman Follies rolled around quick. That is one of my favorite parts of being a student at OSU. Carter's dreams came true as Beta won and the party bus was a total blast. DJ'd for Bucks at OU and Peter won big money at the horse races.
We only won about $2. Turns out I won about $125.
Back to Santa Monica for a quick second. Lydia had her first In-N-Out burger and we watched planes land at LAX. Our Uber driver collected Jordans.
Probably over 500 grand.
He ran out of room in his apartment, so he stored them in his car. We ate at Joe's with Addison Zawada, and I got to film Red Bull Minidrome in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The runner-up broke his leg. Cried at my last home football game as a student. Brandon Stanton from Humans of New York came and spoke to us at OSU. He made an appearance on the vlog. Lori and I started a radio show. We talk about everything but sports. Layla was my date to formal in Fort Worth, and we kicked TCU's butt, and almost all their fans were gone by the end of the game. Headed back to Stilly for a second, and then headed back to Texas for some turkey. Cowboys won, and Hannah got married. Saw Hannah Brown on the highway on the way back to Stillwater. Made a video about bike lanes, and then headed to Norman for some football. Bounced back because Melissa turns 20. Still very proud of that girl. Took my finals and celebrated with good friends. Nick became a zoo freak and we droned over Boone Pickens Stadium. Headed back to Texas and made a family hype video. We have a thing for the Cowboys. Drove up to camp for a reunion with summer staff. Sarah looked like Kenny in my Melanzana and I droned with Dave. He makes beautiful wedding videos. On the road with the family, got to see Buc-ee's for the first time. Christmas shopped with Leash and our cashier thought we were married and had children. Tried something new for Christmas dinner and spent the day with family and football. Drove to San Antonio for the Alamo Bowl and the Pokes handed it to the Buffs. Great time with friends. Ended the year with a trip to Houston to celebrate the life of my grandmama. She is singing with Jesus right now and that brings a smile to my face. We will miss you, grandmama. And now I'm ending 2016 at home in Texas with some good friends. This year taught me a lot about consistency and what it looks like to commit to something like a weekly video. I have plans to do more in 2017. Here's to a wonderful year and hopefully to an even better year to come. Happy New Year to all and go Cowboys.